Now see, regarding the mains question, be very careful regarding, take page number 12, previous year mains question. See, the question number, in 2009, they asked a question. In 2009, they asked a question, does India need the World Bank? It was a current affair. Because for the first time in India's history, the government, UPA government said that we don't require your loan. What could have been the reason? Reason was the conditions were harsher. So the Indian government initially rejected it, and it was then finally World Bank have softened its stand, and later on the government have taken the loan. Now actually, see, that was our, if you ask me, from 2005 to 2008-9 period, it's one of the best time of India's economy. We were having high growth, inflation was in control, our external export was very high, we were growing at almost near to double-digit growth. So during that time, till that time, everything was going good to our economy. So that time we had that attitude also that in the next 20 years we'll grow like this, and if things go like this, we can challenge China. Like that happened, but after that everything gone wrong. I'm not going to that part. So that also was a factor, but the conditions was a bit harsher for the Indian government, and we were having sufficient forex reserve also during that time. So that's the reason why this question have been asked. Now my question is, what will be answer to this question? Does India need the World Bank? The answer lies in 1/3 of the people. Yes, we require. See, we are a resource crunch country. We don't have sufficient resources for different activities. For example, World Bank is not a single institution. They are a group of institutions. We require IFC. We require IDA. We require IBRD. We require MIGA also. We don't require settlement. So we require it, but write a balanced answer. Say that, okay, we can say like this, any assistance which will benefit the people and the nation, we can accept it. But those conditions which is against the national interest, then those schemes or those aid we can easily reject it. But we require, since India is a poor country and since a majority of the people in India are poor, we require a balanced answer. We require World Bank. We can't give an answer which says that we don't want World Bank. We require World Bank, and we are still, almost all the states in India is taking loan from World Bank. So at this case, we can, since we are taking loan from World Bank, we can't say we don't want it. Okay. Now question number 2 and 1 are same question. One is a direct question, simple question. The other one is a fancy question, but the content are same. The question number 2, in 2000 they asked that compare and contrast the role of IMF and with that of the World Bank. Compare and contrast the role of the IMF with that of the World Bank. You see the 2013 question, new pattern question. It says that World Bank and the IMF, collectively known as the Bretton Woods institutions, are the two intergovernmental pillars supporting the structure of the world's economic and financial order. Very nice. Superficially, the World Bank and the IMF exhibit many common characteristics, yet their role, functions and mandate are distinctly different. Elucidate. What is the difference between the question number 1 and 2? It's almost same. Now, very clear with it. Okay. So actually the answer to this question lies in that chart. That is the answer. Only thing you require is you need to add a conclusion. You need to have a small intro in the sense that when it was set up, what is the purpose, and then you can compare IMF. You can say that what IMF performs and what World Bank. IMF oversees the international monetary system, or it promotes international monetary cooperation. At the same time, World Bank seek to promote economic development. So that's the one basic difference. Second thing, you can say that what other function, like IMF, when it promotes exchange stability, here the World Bank provides long-term financing for development projects and programs. At this side, when we talk about, see, be very clear, IMF provide loan for all members if they face BOP difficulty, but through IDA, World Bank provide assistance or loan to poorest country, that is low income country or middle low income country. And then regarding the financial resources, we already discussed, IMF raise resources through the members quota, World Bank raises resources through its bond market issue. So just have an idea, and then you can compare one regarding SDR. You can, if it is required, if you require more points, you can mention the SDR to supplement the reserve currency. The reserve currency of countries, IMF is having SDR as a reserve currency. And then here you can say about to support the global private sector participation, World Bank is having IFC to promote private sector enterprises, depending. And then you can write it as a point form, and then you can conclude. You can say that you can just, while comparing, since it is not asking anything about criticism, don't go for criticism because it's not been asked. They asked that the role, function and mandate are distinctly different. So you need to basically comparison only. So what is their role, what is their function, and what is their mandate? And then you can talk about their common features, and then as a part of a conclusion you can say that IMF and World Bank have to bring about reforms to meet the needs of the emerging market and the low or the poor countries. So like that you can, so that the basic mandate of bringing economic and financial order to the global economy can be achieved. Like that you can conclude. But we require a conclusion. So that's be very clear. You can expect any time regarding a question on IMF. And one more thing which I want is, so for this question it's not required. Whenever you read newspaper about IMF and World Bank, they will be giving some assistance to any of the member countries. If it is giving to India, at least note down 1 or 2 examples where World Bank is providing aid to India. Write it in this material itself. So that after reading the newspaper, so that when you go for mains, you can revise it and bring those points to your answers. That will be distinct, means that will give you an extra edge. You are saying that, okay, like questions like, does India require a World Bank? You can address it with these examples. Since recently we have taken loans from these. Recently I had posted an article where Maharashtra government have taken loan from World Bank to bring about urban transformation. So just few days back, 2 days back, there was a news. So almost every day, every week there will be a news either related with IMF and World Bank. You need to update it. So that's regarding the basic about IMF and World Bank, both from your prelims and mains point of view.